Blaze, the fire on ice, the rise of a champion. There are some skaters who glide across the ice, and then there are those who set it on fire. This is the story of Blaze, a female Australian shepherd who didn't just learn to skate, she was born to burn. Blaze grew up in a small mountain town where winter lasted longer than most places. Snow piled high against fences, lakes froze thick and glassy. The air carried that sharp, clean chill that made every breath feel alive. From the time she was a puppy, Blaze had energy that couldn't be contained. She didn't walk, she ran. She didn't sit still, she studied everything. With those striking eyes and that blue-merled tri-colored coat, she looked like a streak of sunset racing through snowbanks. Her family joked that she was more spark than fur. But it was one particular winter afternoon that changed everything. Blaze followed her owner down to the frozen lake, a place where the local skaters practiced figure skating under strings of warm lights hung between tall pine trees. Music drifted over the ice, blades carved delicate lines, and Blaze stopped. She didn't bark, she didn't chase, she just watched. Every spin, every jump, every glide. Her ears perked forward with focus so intense it was almost human. When one skater finished with a dramatic spin and pose, Blaze did something unexpected. She stood upright on her hind legs, and she tried to spin. She wobbled, she fell. She popped back up immediately and tried again. That was the first spark. Training didn't begin officially, it happened naturally. At first, it was balance practice in the living room, Blaze standing upright longer and longer, learning posture, learning control. Australian shepherds are known for intelligence and drive, and Blaze had both in abundance. Soon, custom ice skates were crafted just for her hind paws, lightweight, balanced, supportive. The first time she stepped onto the ice upright, it wasn't graceful. She slid sideways, her legs shook, she flailed dramatically. But Blaze didn't quit. She never quit. If she fell 10 times, she stood up 11. The lake became her classroom. Mornings before sunrise, evenings under golden skies, her tail balancing her spins like a rudder, her front paws extended like a true figure skater's arms. And slowly, the fire began to take shape. What made Blaze different wasn't just athleticism, it was expression. She didn't just perform movements, she felt them. When the music softened, her gaze softened. When the tempo rose, her spins tightened and quickened. She wasn't mimicking skaters, she was becoming one. Local skaters started staying late just to watch her practice. Word spread, videos were recorded. Soon, Blaze wasn't just skating on a small mountain lake, she was invited to compete. The State Canine Figure Skating Championship. The championship arena was nothing like the quiet frozen lake she grew up on. Bright lights, crowds filling seats, cameras positioned rinkside. Other competitors, talented dogs from all over, warming up with precision and confidence. For the first time, Blaze hesitated. The arena felt enormous. The air buzzed with nerves. She glanced toward the entrance tunnel. For a moment, the fire flickered. But then she remembered something. The lake, the pine trees, the quiet snowfall, why she started. Not for applause, not for trophies, for the feeling. And just like that, the flame returned. Her music selection surprised everyone. It began soft, a slow orchestral build, delicate, almost fragile. Blaze entered the ice upright, controlled and composed. Her first glide was smooth, measured, intentional. The judges leaned forward. Her first spin, steady and centered. Her first jump, clean landing. Applause rippled through the arena. But the true moment came halfway through her routine. The music shifted, stronger, faster, the rhythm pulsed, and Blaze exploded into motion. Crossovers accelerated, tail aligned, front paws extended. She launched into a powerful upright spin that tightened with every rotation, faster and faster, fur catching the light like sparks flying from a flame. The crowd gasped, then rose to their feet. She transitioned seamlessly into a combination jump, landing solid, balanced, confident. Every movement was sharper, bolder. Blaze wasn't skating carefully anymore, she was skating fearlessly. This wasn't just a routine, this was a statement. In her final sequence, the music crescendoed. Blaze built speed along the boards, gathered power, and executed her signature move, a dramatic traveling spin across the ice, upright, perfectly centered, finishing in a strong, extended pose at center rink. Silence for half a heartbeat. Then the arena erupted. Cheers echoed, cameras flashed, even competitors barked in admiration. Blaze held her pose, breathing steady, eyes bright, not overwhelmed, not shocked, just proud. When the scores were announced, tension filled the air. High technical marks, even higher artistic scores. And then, first place, Blaze had won the State Canine Figure Skating Championship. But the trophy wasn't the real victory. The real victory was how she won, with heart, with courage, with fire. Later that night, away from the lights and noise, Blaze returned to something familiar, a quiet rink, cool air, soft music playing from a speaker. She stepped onto the ice again, not for judges, not for cameras, just for herself. She glided gently, spun once, and looked up at the rafters. Because Blaze understood something important. Champions aren't made in the spotlight. They're built in the quiet, in the early mornings, in the falls no one sees, and in the courage to rise again. Blaze's story spread beyond the championship. Young skaters, both human and canine, found inspiration in her journey. Clips of her fiery spins circulated online. Her upright posture became iconic. Her name became synonymous with determination. But if you asked Blaze what mattered most, it wouldn't be the medal, it wouldn't be the applause. It would be that first frozen lake, the first wobbly spin, the moment she fell and got back up, because that's when the fire truly started. And it's still burning. Every time she steps onto the ice, every time she lifts upright, every time her paws carve new lines across a blank sheet of frozen glass. Blaze reminds us of something simple. You don't have to be born into the spotlight. You just have to be brave enough to chase the spark inside you. And when you do, the world might just catch fire watching you. Then, to her great surprise, she was invited to the Ice Paws Winter Games, the figure skating championship. She started to panic. She needed to get ready, to pick out a figure skating outfit, and most of all, to practice. Which outfit should she choose? Watch her in the Ice Paws Figure Skating Championship to see how she does. If this story inspired you, hit like, subscribe, and join us next time when another legend steps onto the ice. This is Ice Paws, and the fire is just getting started.